the 4-2-1-3. This is a brand new formation to FC24, and I am absolutely blown away at how good I've got this formation playing. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the best 4-2-1-3 custom tactics, and then we'll be jumping into a live game, and I'll show you how to get the most out of it. Let's get into it. Kicking things off with the defensive style, we're just going to leave this unbalanced. The defensive width is 35, so nice and compact. For the depth, I am opting for 71 to get the automatic offside traps. I'm personally finding myself defending better with them on. If you really don't like them and you know you play better with them off, then literally just drop this down to 70. Literally just that one adjustment will make all the difference. Build-up play is balanced, and then you'll notice the chance creation is forward runs, not not direct passing. And the reason I haven't gone for direct passing is when I switched it to forward runs, I'm just finding the movement in the formation to be absolutely flawless in comparison. It's honestly night and day. So trust me when I say go with forward runs for this formation. The attacking width is 35, players in the box 6, and then for corners and free kicks, just go with whatever your personal preference is. Getting into the player instructions, starting with our striker, they're going to be on stay central, getting behind. Main purpose of that is just to push on the centre backs, pin them back, give them someone to be occupied with. You've got your left winger and right winger, both on come back on defence and stay wide. The stay wide instruction is very important because we're playing quite a narrow attacking width. By adding the stay wide instruction, you still have an option out wide, and you generally find the opposition's defence gets very clustered because of your narrow width, but then the stay wide on your wingers causes them to be isolated on the byline and always free to pick out. Your centre attacking midfielder is just going to be on getting to the box to cross. Your left centre mid is going to be on balance cover centre. Your right centre mid on stay back while attacking cover centre. So obviously more defensive person staying back, more ball playing, box to box style on the balanced instruction. By all means, if you've got players that it makes sense for them to be the other way around, just by all means put them the other way around and swap the instructions. Both of your wing backs are on stay back while attacking and overlap. Overlap purely just because if they ever do bench forward, I want them sticking to the byline. I don't want them drifting inwards. And then your centre backs and goalkeeper are all just on the default. This is the team that we're going to be running with. Let's jump into some games and I'll show you how to get the most out of the formation. Let's get into it. Into the 4-2-1-3 we go. So with this formation, with how I've got it playing, I really don't find myself having to consciously force any certain style of play. I really feel like everything just naturally opens up and chances sort of present themselves. You really don't have to play too mechanically, or systematically is probably a better word. You know, like with a 4-3-2-1, you're always looking for the overlapping wing back and you're sort of forcing attacks down that side. This formation's not like that at all. It is honestly just so free-flowing and so effortless on the attack. But because you've got two centre defensive midfielders and a back four, it's very robust on the defence as well. So it really is the best of both worlds. Looks like we've got a free kick here. Let's just maybe play this one short. Drop it off to Son. Okay, this guy's got a lot of people sitting back, so we're probably going to have to be a little bit smarter with who we're passing it to. But it looks like we can work this across the box potentially. Oh, it's a good tackle from his John Stones there. Careful we don't get done for pace. I probably will have to switch into the centre-back to cover this. Okay, with the defence, don't pull too many players out. Like I say, you've got a lot of defensive robustness there, so just trust your defensive shape in your players. Don't pull them out of position. Just let them hold their shape. Really just focus on staying organised at the back, and you won't have any problems on the defence with this one. Like I say, you don't have to force this through the wingers. I just find a lot of my attacks do come through the wings because of that stay wide instruction. They just generally end up being the most isolated players and the easiest to get in. As you can see here, we're working it very nicely. Oh, he's read that pretty well, to be fair to him. Got a little corner here. Let's just drop this one back. Play that over here. Good tackle from his Walker. Should maybe have played that a little bit more passive than I did. Just want to hook the byline there, isn't he? So let's do a big switch. I'm going to call my winger 2. Drop it off to him now. Now I can see Osman's made a great run there, although I've played it a little bit too short. So that one's on me. That was actually a great run. That getting behind instruction really showing itself there. Might have a chance for a Trivela here. And that is 1-0. One thing I do love about having a centre attacking mid is always having someone in the hole like that. Having the ability to just get into space around the edge of the box and execute shots, especially on a game like this where finesses, Trivelas are so effective. Oh, this guy's sort of ran into no man's land there. Let's try and get this down the wing early. I'm going to trigger Osimhen on a run, might try and pick him out with an early cross. Good tackle again from him. my winger. Might actually trigger Walker on a bit of a run here. Drive the byline with him. Maybe a little through ball. Good tackle from his Rolfo, although we've got it back. Well played there. Typical like byline play, and I think this guy might be going already. If he does, we will jump into another game. Okay, he is gone. Let's jump into another one. Okay, here we are going into the next game. Let's just start this off by maybe trying picking out one of our wingers over here. Something to be really conscious of in this formation that has really helped me with my build-ups is that if you find you haven't really got an option going forward, that is an awful pass, it's just not registered properly, that one. If you find you haven't got many options going forward, know that you've always got your two centre defensive mids there as an option to cut it back to. There's almost never a moment with this formation where that pass isn't on. So if you do find it is stale going forward at any point, like you feel like you haven't got an option, just always look to see if your two holding midfielders are free, because almost always they are going to be there as an option for you to keep the ball and sort of reset your attack. So we can build here. Probably just going to reset this and ping it over to my winger. Okay, he's a bit on that. Let's try Travella. Oh, a bit too heavy on the Travella there from me. Let's just push my striker right forward here. Try and capitalise on any mistakes he might make. Like I say, don't overcommit anyone in your defence. Trust the shape. Quickly pass in lanes. You know, don't overcommit anybody. The shape of this formation alone is enough to get you out of 99% of situations. You've just got to be organised at the back with this one. So again, like there, he put pressure on me, so I dropped it back to my CDM. Always an option here. I can drive it forward. If there's not an option, we can always drop it inside. Getting behind instruction, they're really playing a part. I do find myself getting a lot more opportunities actually directly through the middle with this formation than any other formation. I don't know why. There's just something about the shape where the striker does get in more frequently. I haven't quite been able to put my finger on it yet, but it's working. I used these for Foot Champs qualifications, and it was the easiest 10-0 qualifications I've ever had. I absolutely just flew through the games like no adversity whatsoever. That ball was very flat from Walker. That was a bit of an odd animation. Pass wasn't on. That was a bad choice from me. I should have maybe ball rolled and gone for a Travella there rather than going for the pass. Just dink that over. Maybe look for the ball inside and then forward around the keeper. That is lovely, lovely play. That getting to the box instruction on there caused Kvara to make the overlap as well, which gave us the passing option for Osimhen. So that's really, really nice. All these instructions are there for a purpose. You know, we're not just slapping on lots of instructions for no good reason. Obviously, nearly got kick-off goal there. But unfortunately, no tactics will protect you from that. It's crazy how many years we've played this game and kickoffs have always been hard to defend. It's really odd. Nice German cross, and that is too. Something that I really do like about having a lone striker that is more of a target man is those sorts of opportunities do present themselves a lot. Probably overplayed that pass there. It was a bit poor from me. But if we pressure him here, we might be able to force a mistake. I'm not going to press too much because I want to hold this defensive shape. Force him into the error, which we have done. As I always said, just drop it back to your DM if you're ever in doubt. That was a bad turn from me though, my word. I just need to make sure Grealish doesn't burst into this space. Change to the inside player. Just stay organised. No need to push too far. Like this guy's styling on me a bit here. Like I say, we just hold the shape. We don't panic. And like I say, most of the time you will just clear it up by purely holding that shape at the back. You know, you've got a 6-man defensive setup with 2 DMs and a 4 at the back. So it's really, really reliable. Once again, trying to go through the wings here. I've probably played that just a little bit too heavy. Just need to take 10% off of these passes, I think. I'm just going to hold the ball a bit here because I feel like I have been rushing. Just drive this forward, play it in here. That's lovely from Kvara. Once again, just taking our time, letting the chances present themselves. I'm not consciously attacking in any specific way with this formation. Just with the forward runs and the instructions that I've paired with this, I really feel like it's been fine-tuned. Really spot on, to be honest. I think it's probably the best tactics I've put together so far. Been absolutely loving these on both accounts, so I know it's not just for this team. Let's try and drive this a bit, dink it over. Oh, good block. Oh my god, it's all a bit messy here, isn't it? Okay, my defence is wanting to push forward here, but I'm just going to keep Walker back. That is the 71 depth playing a factor there. They will generally always push up to the halfway line to try and play that automatic offside trap. Call off some N2 slightly, then pace boost into the space. Probably just play this dirty, to be honest. Oh, I should have just shot, shouldn't I? But it's fell to me anyway. And he saved it. Should we have a go? Might as well have a go. Oh, we love to see that. Good old Bernardo on his trusty left foot. That is 4. An absolute showcase of these tactics today. Love to see it. Again, just holding our shape here, not overcommitting. Always relying on the DMs as a passing option. Always relying on the wingers to give us a passing option when we are going forward. Kvara's just getting completely isolated there. I did not mean to do that. Forgetting he's only 3-star skill. Just work that space. Ball roll to get the angle for the finesse maybe. Good block from him to be fair. Again, holding our shape here, not overcommitting. I can see he's got a runner there, but I'm going to drag Walker out wide and then switch in just to cover this centre sort of space here. And once again, no overcommitment. We just hold the shape, rely on the DMs for a passing option when going forward. And then once again, we can just drive this forward. I mean, it just works like absolute clockwork. Once again, I must admit, this guy's not putting up a lot of resistance. Like when I was playing the Champs qualifications, like there was a few games where I really did have to work for the goals a little bit more. I'm not going to make out like you're going to effortlessly run through everyone just with these tactics, but I really do feel like it gives you the best chance to just play freely and not have to be too conscious of game mechanics and stuff. You know, like I'm not playing in this formation relying on a Travella, for example, to score. Like I'm actually just pass and move and scoring goals more organically, which is the funnest way to play this game. You know, it's as much as I don't mind it being very mechanic heavy as a meta, it's still nice to actually play football, you know? Because that's, at the end of the day, why we all play these games. It's because we love football. Just going to drop this back. I feel like my wingback's committing a little bit too much there. Once again, I'm going to drop this back here to the DM. I'm going to try and wiggle out of trouble here. Now, you know, it's how isolated the wingers are getting there. And then from here, we can work it inside. Drive that space. That's a goal. I just feel like this guy hasn't got an answer for it. I'm starting to feel bad now. Put a little bit of pressure on. But once he breaks that sort of front 4, I'm just going to start playing a bit more passively. Oh, dear. Animation's not served me too well there. And I've wiped him out. Let's just be a little bit more sensible here. Nice. I kind of made him feel like the cutback was on there and then committed my keeper. Bit of a bait. That is the worst pass ever, though. What have I done there? Just cut off that passing option there. Cut off the byline. Or he slipped through. Getting a little bit slippery now on the attack, this guy. He seems to be finding little gaps. But like I say, we hold that shape. He's not going to find enough to actually get through and exploit any spaces. I might be able to run this, you know. Always fell over. Okay. That's possibly short here. I don't care to have a shot from 40 yards. Lovely. Oh, so good tackle. Last ditch, but fair play to him. Walker nearly Zidaned him there, my word. Went head first. Do a big switch here. Probably just going to try and burst into that space, which we have done. Little player lock down the byline. I feel like Son is not moving very quick here, though. That Dumfries kept up with him well. Take our time here, drop that off, play it again. There we go, we've drawn him out. Lovely feet. Kind of just mindlessly passed that. I should have thought a bit more about what I was doing. There's the Trivella we said we won't be relying on. That is 7, my word. It's funny, like, every time I want to do a demonstration of a formation, I seem to end up having a really good game. I promise I don't go around beating everybody like 10-0. It looks dreamy, but I promise it isn't always this easy. It's not always this easy at all. Good feet. Let's work that inside. Getting a bit too confident now. Went for the little dink at the end of the showboating. Okay. Again, just going to hold this shape. I'm doing offside trap, so he hasn't got that option down the line. Great tackle there. A little bit of a poor pass at the end of it, though. Left myself a little bit exposed from that offside trap. Maybe it wasn't the best idea after all. Just hold the shape. Oh, he's got in. Maybe a bit of keeper movement. There we go. So I did have to resort to the keeper movement there. I slightly mispositioned my centre-back, which did let him through. But that, you know, that is just me making a mistake more so than anything else. I need to clean my glasses a little bit here. I can't see what I'm doing. Right, don't kick it automatically, Pope. I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's just pop it on the floor so he doesn't boot it anywhere stupid. Oh, this guy's putting on a press now. Have you noticed that? Okay, we'll just hold the shape. Not going to do anything silly. Now I'm aware he's got a press on. We won't be falling for that again. Paul on 2. Trigger Bernardo forwards. Give us the passing option. That getting behind instruction again. Really pushing on the centre-backs. And his goalie's committed. And that's going to be a goal. What is Kvara doing? He's just stolen it. My word, he nearly stopped it from going in, let alone steal the goal. My word. I always found that weird that, you know, if you have a shot in this game and someone sort of gets in the way of the shot, they really try and latch onto it in the weirdest way. And then we've just gone and stole his kickoff goal, which is typical FC24, really, isn't it? I think this guy's just lost his head now. I think he's obviously got the constant press on, so he's exposed anyway. But this formation plays around a press, honestly, really well. So it's going to be a tough ask for him, even with a constant press on, to get anything out of this game, if I'm honest. There's just too much movement in this formation to be able to just play a press to have success against it. And my word, we're into double figures now. Okay. Okay, well cut out. Just drop that off. Osman's made a good run. I might just try the long ball. Okay, it didn't quite find him like I thought it would. Maybe if I did a square pass there rather than a chip through ball, I'd have had a bit more success. Again, just holding our shape here, not doing anything too hasty. Just take our time here, try and work what we can. That into Osman, who's made a good run at the defensive line there. Yeah, this guy's running his goalie out and everything here, look. Yeah, I think he's stopped playing now. Yeah, he's gone. The 4-2-1-3 is honestly an absolute pleasure to play with, and from here on out is going to be my go-to formation, the formation I do start games with. Until we find something better, obviously we'll always be trying out formations, trying to find the next best thing. Obviously, that game there was quite a bit of a battering. It always feels a little bit bad when you beat somebody by that much. But unfortunately, I haven't played Rivals much on this account, so we are in the lower divisions. I'd normally play Champs for these videos, but we'd already gone 10-0 in qualifications, and it's Thursday when I'm filming this, so unfortunately, Rivals was the only option for the gameplay. But nonetheless, I hope you guys got a good feel for the tactics, and if you have got any questions, please let me know down below. But trust me when I say these tactics have been tried and tested against all skill levels of players, and they work exactly the same regardless of the skill of the opponent. If you guys did enjoy the video, I will link my custom tactics playlist in the description below for you guys to check out. But as always, guys, if you did make it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn your bell on. Take care, guys.